What if I told you that women don't become obsessed with the man who gives them everything? They become obsessed with the man who could walk away at any moment. Most men get it backwards. They think if they text non-stop, give her endless compliments, solve all her problems, and make her the center of their world, she'll finally choose them. But the harsh truth, that only kills attraction. She may appreciate the effort, but she will never feel obsession. Here's the reality. Women don't fall for men who beg for validation. They fall for men who validate themselves. The man who doesn't need her attention to feel complete. The man whose silence feels heavier than another man's words. The man whose presence lingers even when he's not around. Attraction isn't fixed. It's not a lottery. You either win or lose. It's flexible. It's emotional. And it's built on how she feels in your presence. That means even if she says, "I'm not interested," it doesn't mean the story is over. What matters is the energy you carry, the way you lead, the way you move through life with confidence, mystery, and purpose. In this video, I'll give you the 7 principles that flip the script, how to transform from the man she overlooks into the man she can't stop thinking about. If you're tired of chasing, begging, and being ignored, this is your blueprint. By the end, you won't just understand what creates obsession, you'll become the man women get obsessed with. Every man has heard that confidence is attractive. But here's the truth most men miss. Confidence alone is not enough. Confidence gets her attention, but scarcity keeps it. Together, they form the double magnet that transforms disinterest into obsession. Think about it. Women meet confident men all the time. The loud guy at the bar, the smooth talker online, the one who flexes his charm to impress. Confidence gets noticed, but it's everywhere. What makes you unforgettable is not just confidence, it's the fact that your confidence is rare, disciplined, and not for sale to just anyone. That's where scarcity comes in. The essence of real confidence. Real confidence is not arrogance. It's not walking into a room shouting for attention. Real confidence is quiet power. It's the calm way you stand tall. The way you make eye contact without flinching. The way your words come out slow and steady because you're not rushing to be approved. Confidence is when you know your worth, whether she sees it or not. It's when rejection doesn't shatter you because your value never depended on her opinion in the first place. Most men fake confidence by acting loud, cocky, or trying too hard. But women are emotional radar systems. They sense the difference instantly. Fake confidence crumbles under pressure. Real confidence holds steady even when tested. Here's the Stoic truth. A man who validates himself doesn't need her validation. And that's what makes her lean in. Scarcity, the silent weapon. Confidence gets her curious. Scarcity makes her chase. Why? Because human nature craves what is rare. The rarer something feels, the more value we assign to it. If you're always available, always texting first, always dropping everything just to see her, what signal are you sending? That your time is cheap, that your attention is unlimited, and what is unlimited becomes worthless. But when you combine confidence with scarcity, the message is completely different. You're not avoiding her, you're simply living your life with purpose. You're not waiting by the phone, You're busy chasing your goals. You're not desperate to be around her. You're selective about who gets your energy. That selectiveness makes her question, why isn't he chasing me like everyone else? And that question is the seed of obsession, the contrast that triggers her mind. Here's the paradox. Most men give women too much, too soon. They overshare, they overcommit, they overgive, and because of that, women get bored quickly. But when you present confidence with a touch of scarcity, you create contrast. One moment, she feels your strong presence, your eye contact, your calm energy. Then the next moment, you're gone, focused on your mission, unavailable. That push and pull is what makes her think about you when you're not around. She replays the interaction in her mind. She wonders why she doesn't have full access to you. That wondering is where obsession begins. Practical example. Two men approach the same woman. Man showers her with attention. He texts her constantly, compliments her excessively, and rearranges his life for her. She may feel flattered at first, but quickly she categorizes him as predictable, disperate, replaceable. Man B speaks with calm confidence. He makes her laugh, holds strong eye contact, and leaves before the conversation drags on. When she texts, he replies thoughtfully but not instantly, because he's busy. He doesn't volunteer his entire life story. He shares just enough to spark her curiosity. Suddenly, she's the one checking his social media, wondering what he's doing, thinking about him at night. Same woman, different response. The difference is not looks, money, or status. It's confidence paired with scarcity, the Stoic principle behind it. In Stoicism, value comes from self-mastery. A man who cannot master his need for validation is a slave to it. But a man who commands himself, who is disciplined with his time, who treats his energy as precious, that man becomes rare. And rare men are always attractive. Remember, scarcity without confidence is arrogance. Confidence without scarcity is common. But when you unite them, you become unforgettable. How to apply this? 1. Walk with purpose. Every step should show you know where you're going. 2. Control your words. Speak less, but mean more. Don't rush. Don't overshare. 3. Protect your time. Don't cancel your goals for her. Let her earn her place in your schedule. 4. Stay grounded under tests. When she pulls back or throws a challenge, stay calm. Your reaction is her window into your strength. 5. Reward effort, not beauty. Attention is given when it's earned, not because she exists. Confidence makes her notice you. Scarcity makes her fear losing you. Together, they form the irresistible combination that flips her perception, turning not interested into I can't stop thinking about him. 1. Because here's the ultimate truth. Women don't get obsessed with men who are always there. They get obsessed with the man they're never quite sure they can fully have. If confidence and scarcity are the magnet, then mystery is the spark that keeps her attention alive. Without mystery, attraction burns out fast. With it, even the woman who wasn't interested at first starts replaying you in her mind long after you've left the room. Why mystery works on the female mind. Human nature is wired for curiosity. We crave puzzles, unanswered questions, things that we can't fully figure out. And women, especially in the realm of attraction, are no different. When everything about you is revealed too soon, your emotions, your past, your intentions, there's nothing left for her to discover. Her brain relaxes. The game is over. But when you reveal just enough to spark interest while holding back enough to keep her guessing, her mind does the work for you. She starts thinking about you at night. She replays conversations in her head. She wonders what you meant by that pause, that look, that half-told story. Mystery doesn't just create attraction, it creates mental investment, and what a woman invests in, she values. The mistake most men make. Most men kill mystery without realizing it. They overshare. They text novels explaining every thought in their head. They confess feelings too early. Reveal their past traumas on the second date. Or try to impress her by laying out every achievement they've ever had. Why do they do this? Because deep down, they want reassurance. They think if she understands everything, she'll choose them. But the opposite happens. Oversharing signals desperation. It tells her, I need you to know me right away because I don't believe I'm interesting enough for you to stick around otherwise. And a man who reveals everything too soon removes the tension, the curiosity, the chase. And once that happens, she categorizes him as predictable, and predictable men are forgettable. Mystery doesn't mean silence. Now, let's make this clear. Mystery doesn't mean acting cold, distant, or refusing to speak. Controlled mystery is an art. It's about choosing what to reveal, when to reveal it, and how much to hold back. For example, instead of telling her every detail about your job, give her just enough. Yeah, work keeps me busy, but I've got a project I'm excited about. That's it. Short, intriguing, confident. Now she wonders, what project? Instead of explaining your entire childhood in one sitting, share a story that hints at who you are, but leaves room for more. She'll want to know the rest. Instead of replying instantly to every message, reply thoughtfully. When you do, your words carry more weight. Controlled mystery means you give her reasons to think about you when you're not there. The push and pull effect. Mystery also works because it creates emotional contrast. One moment, she feels close to you, your presence, your calm confidence. The next, you're gone, focused on your mission, not oversharing, not begging for her time. That gap forces her to wonder, where is he? What is he doing? Who is he with? This push and pull dynamic is intoxicating. Why? Because most men do the opposite. They smother her with attention until she loses interest. But when you combine presence with absence, clarity with ambiguity, she can't put you in a box. She has to keep coming back to figure you out. Story example. Imagine two men after the same woman. Man A tells her everything. He lays out his goals, past, problems, insecurities, and feelings within the first week. She appreciates the honesty, but feels no mystery. He's predictable. Within weeks, her interest fades. Man B is different. He listens more than he talks. When she asks questions, he answers, but never fully. He hints at big plans without explaining every detail. He laughs when she presses, saying, "You'll see." He gives her presence when he's with her, but disappears into his life when he's not. She starts thinking about him constantly. She asks her friends, "What do you think he meant by that?" She checks his socials. She's curious. And curiosity is attraction in motion. Stoic perspective on mystery. Mystery is not manipulation. It's self-respect. A Stoic man knows his life is too big, too meaningful, to hand it all over in one sitting. He understands that not everyone has earned full access to him. He reveals himself in layers, not to play games, but because he values his own depth. Controlled mystery is not about hiding. It's about pacing. And pacing is power. Because when you reveal yourself slowly, she becomes invested in the process. How to build controlled mystery. 1. Live a full life. If your world revolves only around her, you'll have no mystery. Fill your life with goals, passions, and pursuits she wants to learn about. 2. Share less. Mean more. Speak with intention. Let silence do the work sometimes. A pause can intrigue more than a paragraph. 3. Don't be overly available. Value your time. She'll value it too. 4. Leave some stories unfinished. Drop hints. Then change the subject. Make her curious enough to ask, next time. 5. Balance presence with absence. Be fully present when you're with her, but when you're not, disappear into your mission. Mystery is not about hiding. It's about becoming a puzzle she wants to solve. Confidence makes her notice you. Scarcity makes her crave you. But mystery keeps her chasing you in her mind long after you've left. Because here's the truth. A man who is fully known is quickly forgotten. But a man who holds something back, who reveals himself slowly, on his own terms, becomes unforgettable. And that is how obsession begins. There's one truth most men never understand. A woman will test you. Sometimes directly, sometimes unconsciously, but always with one goal: to see if you can control yourself. Why? Because women are not attracted to men they can easily manipulate. They are drawn to men whose emotions are unshakable, men who remain calm even when others panic. This is where emotional mastery becomes the ultimate separator. Why women test men. It's not always malicious. Sometimes she tests you without realizing it. She pulls back after a great date. She ignores your text for a few hours. She makes a sarcastic comment to see if you'll lose your cool. Why? Because attraction isn't just about looks or charm, it's about strength. And strength is revealed under pressure. Any man can smile when things are easy, but the man who keeps his composure when she withdraws, when she challenges him, when she throws emotional storms, that man proves his value without saying a word. Most men fail these tests. They beg. They over-explain. They blow up with anger or drown her in needy texts. The moment they lose control, she loses respect. And without respect, there can never be attraction. Calm is power. Stoic philosophy teaches that the man who controls himself controls the world. The same is true in relationships. When she acts cold and you don't chase. When she raises her voice and you stay calm. When she tries to provoke you and you smile instead of snapping, that calm energy shifts everything. She realizes she cannot rattle you. She realizes you are different from other men who collapse at the first sign of resistance. That realization plants the seed of respect, and respect is the foundation of obsession. Remember this: if she can control your emotions, she owns you. But if you control yourself, she is drawn to you. The trap of overreaction. Imagine this. She doesn't reply to your message. Hours go by. Most men spiral. Did I say something wrong? Did she lose interest? Should I double text? That anxiety pushes them to act needy. They send another message. Or worse, confront her with frustration. But the man of emotional mastery thinks differently. If she's busy, fine. If she's pulling back, I'm still me. He goes back to his goals, his routine, his mission. When she returns, he welcomes her presence calmly, but he never chased. That calmness alone makes her question why she doesn't have the same power over him as she does with others. And that curiosity builds attraction. How emotional mastery feels to her. When you are calm under pressure, she feels something rare. Safety mixed with challenge. Safety, because you're stable. Challenge, because she can't control you. This duality is intoxicating. She thinks, why can't I shake him? Why is he so steady when I try to push his buttons? What makes him so centered when others would fall apart? Those thoughts make her obsessed. Not because you played games, but because you revealed true strength. Practical ways to build emotional mastery. 1. Pause before you react. When she tests you, take a breath. A 2-second pause can turn a weak reaction into a powerful response. 2. Detach from outcome. If she leaves, you're still you. If she stays, you're still you. Your value doesn't rise or fall with her approval. 3. Control your body language. Even if you feel pressure, your posture should stay relaxed. Your voice calm. Your eye contact steady. 4. Stay mission-focused. Women lose interest in men who make them the center of their universe. Keep your goals at the center, and no test can break you. 5. Accept her storms. Don't fight every mood swing. Sometimes, silence and presence are stronger than words. Story example. 2 men face the same situation. She pulls away after a great week together. Man panics. He sends 3 texts, asks if she's mad, and apologizes for things he didn't do. She feels suffocated. Her respect vanishes. Man B notices her distance but stays calm. He focuses on his work, goes to the gym, doesn't chase. Days later, she comes back, curious, wondering why he didn't collapse like other men. His calmness increased his value. Same test. 2 outcomes. The difference? Emotional mastery. Stoic perspective. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In attraction, This is law. You cannot control what she does, but you can always control yourself. And when you do, you show her a man who is rare in today's world, a man who cannot be broken by moods, silence, or rejection. That's why emotional mastery is power. Because when she realizes she cannot control you, she starts craving you. Most men lose women not because they lack looks, money, or charm, but because they cannot control themselves. They panic, they chase, they explode. And the moment they do, attraction ceases. But the man who stands firm, calm, and unshaken becomes unforgettable. Even if she wasn't interested before, she will notice. She will test you again, hoping to see cracks. But every time you remain calm, her respect grows, and respect, over time, becomes obsession. Because, here's the truth, women don't get obsessed with men they can control. They get obsessed with men who control themselves. Here's the hard truth. If you don't respect yourself, no woman ever will. Attraction doesn't begin with her. It begins with you. The way you see yourself, the way you value your time, the way you protect your energy, those are the silent signals that tell her whether you are a man to be desired or a man to be used. Why self-respect is magnetic. Women don't fall for men who put them on a pedestal. They may enjoy the attention, but they never feel obsession for the man who sacrifices everything just to keep them. Why? Because when you make her your entire world, you reveal that you have nothing else of value, and nothing kills attraction faster than neediness. Self-respect is different. It tells her, I have standards. And I don't beg for attention. And I give my energy only to those who earn it. And when she sees that, she feels something rare in today's world, admiration. She realizes she cannot walk over you. She realizes she must earn her place in your life. And the moment a woman feels she must earn you, the balance shifts. That's where obsession begins. The trap of overinvestment. Most men destroy attraction by giving too much, too soon. They cancel plans to see her. They spend money they don't have to impress her. They shower her with endless attention while neglecting their own goals. At first, she may smile, but deep down, she's losing respect. Because, here's the paradox, the more you overinvest in her, the less she invests in you. The more you bend your life around her, the more she sees you as replaceable. A man with no boundaries is not a prize. He's an option. And women don't obsess over options. They obsess over prizes. Boundaries create value. Respecting yourself means setting boundaries and holding them. If you say you're busy, stay busy. If you say you won't tolerate disrespect, enforce it. If you say your mission comes first, live it. Every time you stick to your boundaries, you silently teach her how to treat you. Think of it like this. A luxury car is respected not just because of its design, but because of its price. Its price creates boundaries. Most people can't afford it. Likewise, your boundaries create value. If every woman has instant access to your time, you're cheap. If only a worthy woman earns your full attention, you're priceless. Practical example. 2 men date the same woman. Man drops everything the moment she calls. She cancels last minute. He forgives instantly. She tests him with disrespect. He laughs it off nervously. In her eyes, he is useful but not valuable. She uses him for attention but never craves him. Man B respects himself. If she cancels last minute, he doesn't argue, but he doesn't reschedule instantly either. If she disrespects him, he calmly says, "That doesn't work for me." If she tries to dominate his time, he reminds her that he has priorities. At first, she may resist, but over time, her respect grows. She realizes he's not like the rest. She realizes she must step up if she wants to stay in his world. Guess which man she thinks about when she's alone? Not the one who gave everything away, but the one who forced her to value his respect. Self-respect in action. Here's how a man shows self-respect in daily life. 1. Protect your time. Don't sacrifice your mission for fleeting attention. 2. Set standards. Don't tolerate disrespect. Call it out calmly. Then walk away if needed. 3. Invest selectively. Don't pour energy into a woman who gives you little in return. 4. Say no without fear. A man who cannot say no is not respected. 5. Stay grounded. Her beauty, charm, or moods should never make you betray your own values. The Stoic principle of value. Stoicism teaches, if you want to be respected, begin by respecting yourself. Women sense immediately whether you live by this law. When you respect yourself, you don't need to demand respect. You command it silently, naturally, effortlessly. And here's the beauty. When you live with self-respect, rejection no longer destroys you, because your worth was never in her hands. If she stays, good. If she leaves, you remain whole. That kind of strength is irresistible. Attraction is not built on sacrifice. It's built on standards. Women don't get obsessed with men who worship them. They get obsessed with men who worship their own purpose. So remember this. If you don't respect yourself, she never will. But the moment you set boundaries, value your time, and live by your own code, you separate yourself from the masses. She will see you differently, not as another man chasing her, but as the man she must chase. Because the truth is simple. A man who respects himself becomes a man women can't ignore. Here's the painful reality. The more you chase a woman, the faster she runs. Every desperate text, every rearranged plan, every "please notice me" move doesn't bring her closer, it pushes her away. Why? Because chasing signals need, and neediness kills attraction. But leadership, true, calm, masculine leadership creates the opposite effect. When you lead, she follows, not because you forced her, but because your direction is magnetic. The problem with chasing is what most men default to. They think persistence will change her mind, double texting when she doesn't reply, rearranging their schedule to match hers, overcompensating with gifts or compliments. At first, she may tolerate it. She may even enjoy the validation. But deep down, she loses respect. Why? Because chasing tells her, My world revolves around you. I have no mission, no direction, no strength of my own. End of. A man who chases communicates that he is not complete, and women don't obsess over men who are incomplete. Leadership is magnetic. Leadership doesn't mean controlling her. It means controlling yourself. It means guiding your own path with clarity and vision. When you know who you are, where you're going, and what your life is about, she feels it. She sees it in the way you move, the way you decide, the way you don't hesitate. And here's the paradox. The less you chase, the more she follows. Why? Because your scarcity becomes real. She realizes you are not another man begging for her time. You are a man building a life she wants to be part of. The energy of a leader. A leader's energy is unmistakable. He walks into a room with purpose. He makes decisions without fear. He speaks with certainty, not hesitation. He invites her into his world, but never bends his world to fit hers. This is the kind of man women obsess over, not because he begged, but because he stood firm. Not because he convinced her, but because he lived in a way she couldn't ignore. The follower versus the leader. Let's picture two men. The follower. He waits for her to text first. He asks what she wants to do. He changes his plans depending on her moods. She enjoys the power, but she doesn't respect him. He's predictable. Replaçable. Weak. The leader. He initiates plans confidently. He knows his direction and invites her along. If she says no, he doesn't sulk. He keeps moving. He doesn't adapt his mission for her. She adapts herself to him. And because of that, she thinks about him long after he's gone. The difference is clear. One is chasing, the other is leading. And women don't fantasize about followers. They dream about leaders. How to shift from chasing to